We've all experienced the highs and lows in Rocket League. Climbing the ranks, scoring an absolute clanger of a goal and then suddenly dropping down 150 MMR, causing our blood pressure to skyrocket through the roof. Sometimes it feels like we're trapped in an endless cycle of chaos. No, I don't mean that shitty chaos. Whether you're a bronze level player with only 50 hours on record or a grand champ level player with 5,000 hours on record, we've all to some degree experienced the trials and tribulations of what this game has to offer and how it touches every emotion possible. So before we get into this, I want to know something about my loyal viewers who'll be tuning into these videos. What is the highest rank or MMR that you've ever reached? And don't be cheating the system, man. I don't want to see 100 Khalids down in the comments claiming they're number one in every playlist. I often hear stories from lower ranked players and even had direct conversation with some of them, and there seems to be a general recurring theme. I can't keep up with you guys. How do you even do that? Oh, I'm so shit. Let me touch the ball. The list truly does go on. Here we have a simple distribution graph. You can see bronze, silver and gold all classed as low level ranks. You have plat, diamond and champ 1 all as mid-range ranks. And then of course champ 2, champ 3 and grand champ as high skill ranks. Now to a low level player, and even some mid-level players, this graph probably looks about right. But to the players of say C3 and GC, this is probably a more accurate way to look at each rank. Now you might be looking at this and thinking to yourself, whoa, Veeds man's diamond too? What are you putting me down there with those plebs for? Well, in reality, lads and lasses, it just do be like that. But don't worry, because even the almighty GCs are actually categorised as low level players to some. Now call me crazy, but it's true. Because in case any of you didn't know, Grand Champ starts at 1515 MMR. But at the time of scripting this, there's currently players reaching 2300 MMR. Just stop and actually think about that. To put it into perspective, those players are literally that far above the lowest level GCs, aka myself, that if you take the difference in MMR between a gold 1 level player and a low GC level player and double it, you get the best at the top of the leaderboards. Now obviously, as much as this highlights the difference in MMR, the skill difference begins to shrink the higher you make it up the leaderboards, simply based on time played and game sense. But without even going into any more detail, that should tell you exactly how dominant pro players are in every aspect of the game. But because this is actually pretty interesting to me, I will be going into more detail and breaking it down to tell you what it takes to be a pro level player. And, of course, I'm clearly speaking from experience here.
Bullshit.
Skill in Rocket League can be determined by a few different factors. Firstly, you have mechanical skill. Now technically, every single thing you do in the arena is actually its own mechanic. Literally just turning your wheels left and right before kickoff is a game mechanic of Rocket League. But to save you from any confusion, when I say mechanical skill, I'm basically talking about car and ball control. And I, like many of you watching this, know this is our biggest downfall. You might watch your favourite freestyler perform some wizardry shit on Rocket League and think it's insane, but 99 times out of 100, it's against low level players. It's literally like free play to them, and that's exactly why they can do what they do. They spend thousands of hours in free play mastering their car and ball control. But on the other hand, if you watch the likes of Justin, Astral or Arsenal doing the craziest shit in RLCS, it's literally against the best players in the entire Rocket League world. Which, to be honest, is pretty fucking unfathomable. I know they're not hitting the nuttiest shit out there like what you'd see on Reddit, but equally, the speed and precision at which they hit the goals they score is actually ridiculous. So if you want to improve your mechanical skill, spend hours upon hours in free play and custom training. It really is that simple. On to the next quote-unquote skill, game sense. Now this is something that will begin to come naturally to you over time, but equally it's something you need to put a lot of focus on when learning how to play Rocket League properly. The key word of this segment is awareness. Boost management, awareness. Boost pads, awareness. Player positioning, awareness. Rotation, awareness. When to challenge, awareness. When to shadow, awareness. I could go on bad, but here all day. So if you take a look at what I've just listed, it all comes down to situational awareness. And that's just it. The more aware you are of your surroundings, the better you will become. But obviously game sense and awareness aren't one and the same. This is just a fraction of what game sense means. What's the use in being aware of what's going on, yet still not knowing how to react? You need to study the game, study what is fundamentally right and wrong, and learn to adapt situation by situation. This is the key to mastering real game sense in Rocket League. Unfortunately, the next skill is somewhat harder to break down, and in all honesty, something that some of you guys might not want to hear. Everyone can improve, but everyone also has a skill ceiling that is pretty tricky to break through. See, this segment is focusing on the skill of the individual. Your brain power, reaction times, hand-eye coordination, confidence, etc, etc. In order to be one of the elite few to lift that RLCS World Championship, you need to have something pretty special about you, and no matter how much you practice, no matter how many hours you have, some people either have it or they don't. Nothing is impossible in Rocket League within the boundaries of the game's mechanics. But if you're stuck in plat after 2k hours in game, the likelihood of you ever reaching such heights is pretty slim. By that point you'll have picked up some pretty terrible habits and you won't have been focusing on the right areas of your own game which needed improving. But equally, who am I to judge? You might have some mysterious hidden powers deep inside you just waiting to be unlocked. Now this last one isn't really a skill as such, but it will, over time, surely improve the rest of your skills. And that is to really push how fast you play the game. Push yourself to read the game and react faster. Push yourself to recover and rotate faster. Push yourself to pretty much do everything faster and you will see yourself ranking up in no time. You may take an initial slight dip in form, but soon enough you'll see yourself bounce back better than ever. You'll be growing in confidence and you'll be reaching ranks you never thought you would. So, if any of you mans be reaching pro status anytime soon, let me know and I'll be taking a 10% cut for this groundbreaking information, thank you very much. And if you haven't already, be sure to go check out my other socials, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.